Hi everyone, welcome back to Dirt and Trail. So today we're going to be going through some of the upgrades that we're going to be doing to our CRF300L. This is the first time that we've done this, so we're going to be going through it together, as it were. We're going to do a tail tidy, and we've got one bike. So one bike will be standard, one bike will have tail tidy on, so we'll be able to do a direct comparison of the both afterwards. Okay, so we're going to start with the tail tidy. The first thing to mention is that we've bought ours from a chap on the 300L Facebook group here in the UK. Excellent guy and really great service. I believe he's going to be making more, so do have a look and see if this would be something you consider. So hopefully you can see here, this is what you get. This is the obviously actual tidy, nicely laser cut with CRF300 in it. We've also got an LED rear number plate light with the connections and some little bolts and washers to hold it on. But like I said, it's the first time for us, but hopefully this will give you some indication of what it involves, and then you may feel more comfortable to tackle it yourself. Okay, so something we want to mention is the reason for the tail tidy on the CRF300L. So there are a couple of reasons. The first reason is obviously the aesthetics and it looking better. It's going to pull the number plate back up under the mudguard more, which always looks better. But there are a couple of practical reasons. So the first would be to prevent more likeliness of snagging on things whilst we're off-road on the trails, etc. But the other and most important is that if one of us, or if we get stuck anywhere, as the number plate where it is currently, we wouldn't be able to push the back of the bike with the front tire of another bike without hitting the number plate. So we're hoping by doing the tail tidy that if we were in a difficult situation and needed to bump one of us out of a tricky situation, we'd be able to hit front tire against rear tire to give it that extra push to be able to get out of any dodgy situations. So as you'll be able to see here, this is the unit, and Andy's going to take the camera now so we can see where we're hoping the number plate is going to end up. So just very roughly, the mounting holes are about here, so we're going to be gaining about the size of the original number plate, tucked back up towards the wheel, which is going to make it probably in line with the back of the rear tyre, which is what we're after, and hopefully will go as planned. That, and now this should come off. Okay.
Okay, so we're going. Point to note, this connector here is the one for the rear light assembly, for the number plate light. So we need to make sure you disconnect this connector before taking the rear number plate assembly off. Otherwise you will be pulling against the connector once it drops away.
What difference would be? Quite a big difference. Okay. So to get to the wiring underneath, we need to separate this. You can just see there. So there's 2 Allen key bolts in there which we need to have off, and hopefully we can free it. And there we go. So at this point, definitely suggest making sure the bike's clean before you start, which will help massively.
Okay, so looking at the connector for the rear number plate light, we have this connector here, and to fit the adapter we need to snip both the cables and take the connector off. Pack. We have everything we need. I'm going to use 2 connector solder joints. So first thing is strip the ends. And then need to strip these ends. Make that one a little longer. Okay, the next thing we need to do is pass the light cable through and then fit the light to the bracket. tighten them up. Just going to use an adjustable for now. Okay, there we have it. So the next thing we're going to do is pass the cables back through this hole here. Sorry, this hole here. Like so. Okay, now what we can do is the black wire on the light that comes from the light needs to go to the green on the connector from Honda. So we're going to take one of our connectors, place it over, and then the green one in like so, and then get the heat gun . Let it cool down before you connect the next one. And then yellow to brown. So once you've finished with the connections, you have a choice of insulating the whole joint, just for added protection if you wish to. What we're going to move on to now is installing the whole bracket onto the bike. Okay, so the pieces you need are the bracket, connectors, and the 3 bolts with the washers that came with the kit. What we're going to do now is feed this up and through the bike. Once it's through, we're going to go to the bottom of the bike and try our best to marry up. Okay, thread one in loose. Next one in.
Go.
Okay, last bolt, the rear one. Make sure you don't trap the wire. Okay, and then we need to tighten those up with the Allen key. Okay, the last thing we need to do once the bracket is on is connect up. And then before we put everything back onto the bike, we just need to check that the light works. Then we just need to tidy away, use what we have. And then place everything back on the bike.
So there we go, that's 2 tail tidies done on the CRF300. A huge thanks to Nigel from the CRF forum for supplying them for us. About 30 minutes each and we're all done. We are going to get a small as possible road legal plate. But as you can see by the pictures, we've achieved, I think, what we needed to, and we'll now be able to touch tyres if we need to get out of a pickle, and I think you'd agree it looks better. But thanks for watching.